tummy, our tummy, our stomach, sometimes we have that craving when we wanted to eat something different, right? So what do we do that time? Sometimes we go to the restaurant, right? And we say to our mother, can you please cook this because I wanted to eat, I have that craving to eat it, right? We are eating, we are feeding our stomach, with nutritious food, right? Why? Because we want to become healthy. So similarly with your brain, if you will fill your brain with the good content, incredible content, then only you can be portray yourself as a good speaker or a good personality. And thank you so much to joining me here, and I want you to describe yourself. I mean, a beautiful introduction from your side about your personality.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
so thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, for your valuable time, that you've put it in me. I'm glad that we got connected in here. So first of all, I'll say this. And about my description, I'm a student. My name is Srija Devroy, and I'm a student. I'm doing my bachelor's currently,
Uh-huh.
and simultaneously I'm doing BCom, and simultaneously I'm learning the communication skills. I'm learning communication skills as well as English speaking skills. All of that both combined. And to me, for me, English, communication skill is very important.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something which would be helpful in my future. So I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to master it. And yeah, so I'm trying all sort of resources which is there on YouTube, on everywhere, Google. I'm utilizing it all, and I'm really glad that a platform like YouTube exists, because this has really helped me, to even to come out of the shyness that I used to have back then. you know
Mm-hmm.
past uh, past 4 to 5 years I was pretty shy, and to communicate with random individuals, even to talk with people, to order something on certain apps, or even to talk with people, in this language, even if it's a 2 minute call or whatever. I used to get pretty nervous. I used
Mm-hmm.
to yeah I used to get so nervous that I used to sweat, and this is
Oh,
a sign of nervousness. I used to sweat.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all of this happened, and what pushed me to start this journey is, I come from the English medium school,
Mm-hmm.
and my English was quite broken, and
Okay.
I did everything, everything which is required for me to,
Mm-hmm.
to improve, to upgrade myself. And I'm really happy right now where I am. I'm doing great. I believe, because only I know my journey. And I started off from really scratch. I started from scratch, and now I'm here. Now I can talk with people. People can understand what I'm speaking. All of
Mm-hmm.
that. And even to self introduce in front of others,
Mm-hmm.
in front of masses, is a very big thing. Was a very big thing for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm learning, and I can say that my journey has been really, hard for me. But yeah, still I'm happy that, all the humiliation, all the embarrassments that I
Mm-hmm.
faced, because I had broken English.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad all of things happen. People really did constructive criticism also. So all of them really did help me, and so I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad for all the love, all the hate, everything that has happened in my life.
Yes.
For that thing, I'm here today. All the
Mm-hmm.
hate that all the hate that one gets in their life, I think, if you come from this thing, that this
Mm-hmm.
will make me learn something. This will make me all the hate, all the testing. This will make me teach something. So if we go with that positive note, on that positive note, life gets easier. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I just upgraded myself. I still do all sort of things which is required for me to, upgrade myself, get to a position like that. So yeah, I'm on a very beautiful journey, and
Mm-hmm.
one day I believe that, I can achieve few things that I've set on my mind. So
Great.
yeah.
Indeed, 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 and on the nose, precisely. It is indeed great to know about your journey. And like you said, that you broke that clutter for yourself. It's very important. Everybody has to understand that once you will break that, clutter, once you will decide to come out from the envelope, right? Then only you can, create that stair, create that ladder of success in your life. It's very important, right? But one thing I want to ask you, just mention that you wanted to improve your communication skill as well as your English skill, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Communication
definitely.
and English skill. So I'm very keenly interested, to know that what is the difference between communication skill and English skill, like you said.
Okay,
Hmm.
there's a very thin line, of communication skill between communication skills and English skills. Like communication skill is something uh where there there are many languages, even
Hmm.
communication skill is something where we let other people know our thoughts
Okay.
clearly in a very
Hmm.
precise manner. And
Mm-hmm.
English is a subject, it's itself a subject. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
this is a language. Communication skill is something different and English language is something different, as in we we can communicate well even in Hindi also, even in any
Uh-huh.
other language. The communication
Yes.
skill is different, and this is just a language. English is just a
Mhm.
language, as because English is worldwide spoken language. So that's why I
Mhm.
want to master it. But communication
Okay.
skill is a very simple thing. It's a very simple subject.
Okay.
Yeah.
All what I understood by, by your the way you are propagating your thought means communication means when you are able to communicate your thought, expression, and gesture by your communication skill. People can understand, right? You should have
Yeah,
that
yeah.
clear picture about your thought and expression. That is communication skill. When you are going with the easy words, that uninterrupted flow is just going with your flow, right?
Yeah.
Uninterrupted flow. That is a communication, right? And the second thing, like you said, English, you want to improve your English skill, what I understood what you said that here means when you want to mastery over on the subject.
Yeah, yeah, because it's important. It's spoken
Yeah.
worldwide. So,
Hmm.
obviously, this is a very pretty, this is a very, good subject.
Hmm.
This is a subject important for me. I don't know if it's important for any other individual, but for me,
Hmm.
these two things are blended together. These
Okay.
two things are important for me, and
Hmm.
that's the reason I blended them together. That English speaking
Yes.
and communication. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes. It is somewhere integrated.
yeah, so this can be, for me, the language is English. For any other individual, this language can be Hindi also. Like I want to
Hmm.
communicate, and I also want to learn in Hindi speaking skills. Hindi is also
Hmm.
fine. I want to learn this language particularly. So for that, I've mentioned this language. That's it.
Hmm. Great. Okay, so tell me one more thing, Shrija. Right. What was so difficult or surreal, I would say surreal, a daunting part of English when you were learning this language? What was so daunting, बहुत मुश्किल challenging phase of English when you
Okay.
realized during your learning process of English?
Okay, I'm still working on that part.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the thing is that the grammar thing, of course. So
Okay.
I'm still working on it. I still don't know the 12 tenses.
No worries. No
I'm
worries.
not aware. I have learned all of that in my.
Mm-hmm.
I did well in my academics, where this was taught. Okay, but
Uh-huh.
then I just learned it for learning purpose. So
Mm-hmm.
because grammar section was set apart and
Mm-hmm.
English section was set apart.
Yes.
So these
Yes.
two are not never combined. So we
Yes.
have always conditioned in this way that
Yes.
these two things are different. These two things. So this is what did affected me a lot. So I'm still struggling with the grammar portion and with the
Mm-hmm.
grammar section. And yeah, I just want to learn this grammar thing because I still think that it's a very difficult thing and I'm learning. But yeah, I can say that if you start on grammar with the grammar thing, it gets very tedious. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's very tedious. It gets very you have to learn the preposition,
Mm-hmm.
conjunction. Oh my
Yes.
God, there are hell lot of there are hell lot.
Lot more. Lot,
Yeah,
grammar is a vast, right? If you want to, first of all, we need to understand that, nobody's perfect. So do I. We also not perfect, right? So grammar is a kind of a subject that actually which is keep on changing on daily daily basis, right? All you need to update yourself, that's very important. And when you are going with, like we were talking about the communication skill and English skill, right? When you are having a communication skill, that time I feel you don't need any grammar, you just go with your flow. And 50% grammar can be can be you know can be learned by your skill.
Definitely.
50%, yes.
Most of the and to add up one thing, the most of the people who have started their journey, even me myself, I can say that, I started the journey with grammar, but then I and then midway stopped because it was
Uh-huh.
getting really tedious, monotonous for me. It was not
Mm-hmm.
leading me.
Mm-hmm.
I it just restricted my growth in learning English, to become confident, while conversing with people. So
Mm-hmm.
I did one thing, I just stopped my focus, on learning this grammar thing. I just jumped onto learning new words, learning
Okay.
new words. And
Mm-hmm.
I watched interviews, I watched all of that, the series, all of that I did, so that I can come out of this. And it helped me. It really helped me. Like,
Yes,
yeah,
we need to understand that is grammar is a different thing and communication skill. Don't amalgamate both things together. Don't amalgamate. We have that perception actually. We have
if
that
you don't
perception.
if you don't know, you can't speak English. This is
You
so
can't
wrong.
speak. But that's something, a false narrative, I would say. It's a false narrative. Because if you want to speak this language, the first criteria, the first prominent reason is to speak out. Right? Doesn't matter broken, doesn't matter you are committing a lot of mistake in between. Doesn't matter. The first thing is you have to speak. Right? So grammar is another thing. And like I told you that if you want to learn the grammar, the 50% grammar you will learn by your skill. So analyze your favorite skill, right? Whatever the skill you have, so work hard and towards your skill, then only I would say you are ready to hit the boundaries. Why we need to be so much into the pressure of learning grammar? I don't know, seriously can't understand.
What happened is, most of the people don't start with that fear that I don't know grammar. How will I look? I cannot form a sentence. I don't
Mhm.
all the prepositions, all of that. It don't fit in the right part of my statement. So I won't, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to speak in English. So
Yes.
this is something which people needs to come out from this. Why?
Mm.
Because we all start from scratch. I started from scratch, and
Everybody.
yeah, yeah, everything that we do, everything that even when we get a job, first we don't go for the money factor. We
Yeah.
upgrade ourselves. And then we can demand. Then we can demand when you jump onto other job, other company, that I need this amount because back then I used to, and now I've upgraded myself. So you
Of
upgrade first.
course. Of
Yeah,
course, you need to work on your personality. You need to work on your the criteria, right? What you are
yeah.
looking for. Make yourself upskill first of all. You should have that. You don't be like that sitting on the high horse. Always like that. Take it on your chin, right?
Learn.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah, so I always say this, I'm a learner, and if anybody even compliments me, I say, okay, okay, okay. I don't take it in my mind like a lot, you're doing great or something, I'm like,
Ah,
oh,
yes,
fine.
yes. And language is like a gradual process, every day, each and every day you have to learn something new, right? So you can't be set like on the high horses, like I said. Don't think that you are on the high horses. Think like that you are a learning, always think like that. I need to learn from my day, I need to learn from that my co-learners. So if you have that perspective, right, definitely you will gather a lot of information in your basket.
And you get ahead in your life only when you have this perspective that I'm a learner. Even if you
Hmm.
even if you do a lot, there is a hell lot of resource. There is a hell lot of resources. One
Yes.
one cannot know it all. So a
Hmm.
person who believes, who stands on this perspective that I know it all, and I don't need
No.
any sort of, I don't need, they restrict their growth, they restrict their
Yes.
potential of becoming something much more
Yes.
than what.
Don't give that cold comfort to yourself that you learned everything. Don't give that. Once you have decided that, I can do anything, I learned everything, that means you are restricting your journey, your growth, right? You need to update your skill on daily basis. Every person has, I would say, every person has different value to add it on, right? Different value to add it on in this world. You need to understand this. You can't dominate other personality by your personality. No. Everything has a, like if I'm talking to Shijita, so Shijita has something, right? And definitely I will grab it. You have some beautiful quality, I have some beautiful quality, that we can't neglect it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So,
Hmm.
people, most of the people there are like they are very egoist and egotist.
Hmm.
They are just filled with false narrative about themselves. You know,
Yes. Have you ever met such personalities in your life?
I think I have met, and
Hmm.
I will get I will get all the beatings and all. I don't wanna mention, but my own there are my own things like they are
Mhm.
like they have learned it all and they can intimidate anyone. You know,
Mm.
uh, this is
Mhm.
wrong, wrong,
Mm.
and at one certain point of time they will realize that this attitude of them,
Is
even if not
yes,
now, but it's dangerous. It's very
yes.
dangerous.
It's actually it is dangerous, and on top of that, they are threatening their self. I think I would say,
But
right?
yeah, wrong,
Okay.
wrong.
Hmm.
To be intimidating and dominating over onto someone, who are just coming from this perspective that they want to learn from.
Yes,
You can't really.
I met multiple of personality through my YouTube channel who always trying to overshadow other personality and trying to portray that we are the superior, we are an expert in this language. But I believe, first of all, like I
No,
said, nobody is perfect and nobody is perfect. Nobody is an expert. If you are saying an expert now, then you need to maintain the that dignity of upgrading yourself. You have to upgrade yourself on daily basis. Then only you can be able to hold the title of an expert, isn't it?
definitely, yeah. Very beautiful point. Like, people think like they are certified coach or all of that, mentor. So
Mm.
they are in a pedestal, to dominate anyone or
Yes.
intimidate anyone. We are an achiever. We achieved it all, and now
Yes.
I will I will make you teach, but in my
Mm.
own way, where I will dominate you. So
Yes.
this is not something which is very right. Okay, this is very wrong. This is
Yes.
fundamentally wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I have seen. I think I don't want to mention the name here. Where the person was saying that you need not to connect with the co-learner. Why? Because if you will connect with the co-learner, you may pick the same mistake from your co-learners. But we need to understand that they are the only person to whom we get connected, and we are able to come out from the zone of social anxiety. That time you were not there, right?
This is important, so you have to one thing, I told you that I was speaking with someone, right before this call,
Mm-hmm.
and that person was like, you are doing so well, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you talk with so he just mentioned one thing, that we have to learn from people, who are really not on the same level as yours,
Mm-hmm.
and we get really bored, when we don't okay, when that is on so okay, wait. So what I'm trying to mean is, we get really bored when the other party is not on the same level as us, or
Okay.
not on the upper level. Okay,
Hmm.
so when you talk with a low level people, like low level as in, people who are not really fluent with their English and all of that, they are just struggling to even make up a sentence. If you talk with someone and if you are that someone who is really great at English, you will get bored. Now
Mm-hmm.
this is a good point. Like, this is the point. I do get bored. I do get bored sometimes when I talk with people. But then these are the people, as you mentioned, these are the people who have helped me to come out of this restriction
Yes.
thing. So
Yes.
who
Yes.
would expect? There are some egoist people. There are some people who are really fluent or all of that. They
Yes.
have this. They have this. They are boosted up with false narrative that I don't talk to people like her or people like that label. So whom are going to get connected? We only have this type of people.
Let's just take an example. I am at an intermediate level, suppose, right? Suppose today I connect with the beginner person, right? So what I'll do, I will not, skip that part. I will get connect with the beginner person. If I have something to impart, definitely I will impart, and I what I can do it, I can correct him then and there. That's how I can boost my confidence, and that's how can I get the confidence that I can learn. I teach something today, right? If I get connect with the intermediate
Yeah.
person, then I can practice with him, right? I can keep myself on practice mode. If I get connected with the fluent person, definitely I should have changed my approach, that today I'm connecting with the fluent person, so definitely I'll learn something from it. You should have that mindset, right? Don't discriminate anyone, don't demean anyone. We all are belong to the same fraternity, that is a learning fraternity.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And this is important. Like, the world is, filled with this narrative, and this is the only narrative that we should follow. Give and take. You are
Hmm.
giving some, you are giving
Yes.
something, and they are taking something. Now you are taking something, they are giving you something. Th-
Hmm.
You know, I do not like when anybody discriminates anyone or try to
Yes.
demean themselves, because
Yes.
there are many people who, just to uplift themselves, they throw people under the bus, which is
Hmm.
which is which is really exhausting. Which is really exhausting, because just because you want to maintain the dignity, the false dignity, by
Hmm.
throwing under the bus, you know
Hmm.
at some point of time you realize that this is really wrong, and whatever you did was brutally wrong, because
Yes.
just other people, to up to to respect you, all of that, you did that. But what was the fault of the other individual? Why did you
Yes.
just
You
threw
know,
him under?
this is the life, whatever you will do, right? Whatever you will do in terms of action, you will get the same thing in your basket. Later or sooner, you will get the same thing. If you will demean someone, you will be get demeaned by someone else, right? So don't do this. Don't create that false, and don't give that, false narrative and cold comfort, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I am a nice person. I know that. People really get the comfort thing in me. That you are a very friendly person. My friends and all really enjoy talking with you. Even with secrets also. They are like,
Mm-hmm.
you are a very friendly person. You're very calm and all. So people can get the vibe. People can
Mm-hmm.
really get the vibe. With whom they are sharing their secrets or all of that. So people really gets attracted to my vibe. Gets attracted to my vibe. So I'm happy, and I'm very afraid of karma. So I know, I'm aware of it, that if I ever did something
Yes.
where I was a child, where I didn't know that,
Yes.
when I was not in my,
Unintentionally.
yeah,
Unintentionally.
yeah, I was just a learner. We are all learning. We are all in learning phase. Till the deathbed we're all learning. So I'm like, I know that if something will happen, if something bad will happen to me, it's because if something bad happens to me, it's because I did something wrong. So I'm like,
Mm.
okay, but I will not give up. I will still not give up, even if something very bad is happening with me. I'm not going to give up until unless I achieve a lot. Okay,
Yes.
whatever my goals are, until I
Mm.
achieve all of this, I'm not going to lie on a deathbed so soon.
Mm. Yes, well said, well said. And there is a saying, let your wives attract your tribes, right? My wives, my wives only attract the same personality, like you have the same wives, right? So on this positive and sincere note, I would like to say a few things. Never ever, there are few things which always hold you back. Not you, everyone, to me as well, right? Never ever lie to yourself about your weaknesses and strength, because if you will do the same, you will hamper your real growth. The first thing is, right? And second thing is, never say die, never give up, always chase your dream, because if you will not chase your dream, you will disappear, you will be in the zone of failure. Second thing. And yes, and the third thing is, always ready to ask help, because asking help is not the sign of weakness, it is a sign of your strength.
I have so many things, under this point, that asking, because I have. I was struggling. I was struggling with so many things. I was struggling most importantly with financial things. My dad died last year. Okay, and after that, yeah, and I don't have parents. So my mom died when I was in class six. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, like last year I was struggling. I still am struggling, but last year I was struggling a lot. Financial and all of that. And I asked my my known people have not helped me, but unknown people have helped me with money.
Oh,
So I have asked for help, and they
great.
did help.
Mm-hmm.
They, because my cause was genuine. I know I was genuine. So if you
Mm-hmm.
know you're genuine, if you know you're
Yes.
genuine, you will get help. Universe will help.
Yes. But you have to, you have to ask the help. If you will not say something, how do people will know you, right?
Yeah, so I thought that if I if I if I were in a position, I was in a very low position. Okay, if I were just there and I was sitting and crying, I was just, if I were just whining about it, complaining about it, that why I'm not getting help, all of that, it would have been very difficult for me. I only
Mm.
got I only got help because I asked for it, and it's not a shame. If
Yes.
you are in need of
Not a
something,
shame.
please please
Yes.
leave aside your ego. With friends, with anyone, like, you need help right now. People raised eyebrows on me, like they had really really a number of questions, and I
Mm-hmm.
politely answered them, that I'm not getting help from my known people, and so I'm asking from unknown people. I did all of
Ah,
that, and they did help me. They did help me. They just wanted to
okay.
know, like, where this is coming from. So there will be people who will help you. There will be people who won't help you. So those who want to help you, they will help you. Okay.
Of course.
And yeah, just don't be afraid to ask help, because I did that. My 2024 was a great learning journey, I guess, and universe, and I'm grateful. I'm really glad. I'm really grateful to God, that unknown people help me. I'll always remember this. This is something I can never forget, and I always mention this. That
Always gratitude.
yeah,
The
I'm
more
really
you will pay the gratitude. Mm.
really grateful. People have really helped me. Like, they were really nice to me. They were really nice to me, and they helped me.
Keep the momentum of your learning, right? Keep
Yeah,
practice. Keep illuminating the people. Keep illuminating the people because you have that, ignite that, you have that fire, right? What I realize, you have that fire. Please ignite that. Keep, ignited that fire and illuminate the people the more you can, right? And you will see the better for you. Till
yeah,
then,
definitely. Thank you so
yes.
much. Thank you so much.
Have a
Thank you.
great day and bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye. Thank you. Thank you.